Explosive PLR profits. Introduction. With the use of private label rights content, it's become simpler and quicker to sell your own products online. The research has already been done for you, saving you time and money, and you don't have to strain trying to figure out what to write. The most important thing is to make sure that you modify the content to make the product unique. The amount of product you make will be determined by the quality of your product, of course. You could sell 100 copies, but if your product isn't up to scratch, then you could be looking at refunds. So the more informative your content is, the more chance you have of maximizing your profits. Now, you may be wondering why people pay for information that can be found for free on the internet, but just look at it this way, okay? Most people would just rather pay for information that they can receive in a matter of minutes and don't want to spend hours searching for. And this is where you come in. For those who are looking for answers to their problems, you may be just the person they'll buy this information from. Most people who search on the internet are looking for information and answers to their questions and problems that they need to access immediately, not tomorrow, but right now, today. Quality content reigns, and it's the key to making lucrative profits online. The explanation of private label rights. Private label rights products isn't a new concept. It's been used for years offline in places such as supermarkets, for example. The cheaper brands of coffee that you see on the shelves are private label rights. The supermarket purchases the PLR rights from the original supplier and then repackages the content and brands it with their own name and label to sell for 100% profit. In the last few years, private label rights, or PLR as it is more commonly known, has taken the internet marketing world by storm. This type of content has become extremely popular and useful for those who are looking to create new products. The content can be edited and modified to your desires. These types of rights allow you the flexibility to change sentences, paragraphs, and whatever else you see fit. You can then resell the product as your own for 100% profit without having to pay royalties to anyone, just like the supermarkets. As with all products online, you need to check the license, as all PLR products are not created equally. There are occasions where the original creator gives certain limitations on how you can use the PLR content. You may not necessarily have the flexibility or the freedom that you originally thought you had. Therefore, prior to your purchase, you must ensure that you read the rights to the PLR content so that you're not stuck with something that you cannot do much with. As mentioned before, to make the content your own, you will have to change more than just the authorship. You will need to look through the content and rewrite it to make it better suited to you and therefore unique to you. Change the wording around in most, if not all, of the paragraphs and use different words that have the same meaning. A thesaurus will come in handy for this. You may be wondering why you have to do these modifications. Like, what purpose does it serve? Even though you purchased the private label rights content so you wouldn't have to do much, you are only one of maybe a few hundred people who have purchased the same content. And this is why you need to change everything so as to make it unique. You must bear in mind that the original seller of the PLR may not have a limit on how many purchase the product, or you may have an unrestricted PLR product that many people are giving away. Even if you purchase PLR content that has a sale restriction of 100, you still need to modify the content to make your product stand out from all the rest. There will be those buyers who think that just because they have private label rights content, they don't have to change anything. But what they fail to realize is that the more people selling the exact same unchanged content are in competition with one another. And this is competition that you don't even want. If you did decide to go ahead and sell your product as is, you would have to lower the price of it in order to stay competitive. And this, in essence, would lower its value. In order to get the best value for your products, you have to stand out from the crowd. In addition to editing and modifying, find places in the content where you could add more information. Make the content worth reading and worth selling to others. In addition to the content, you should also change the title, if there is one. It could mean the difference between blah, mediocre, and a hit maker. There have been many authors who had quality content, but their title or headline is lacking substance. Which sounds better to you? Tips to revive your marriage, or 10 tips to revive your marriage before you end up in a divorce court? The second title will definitely get people thinking. They'll want to know how to get their marriage on the right track again, or suffer the consequences. Terms for private label rights content. Although selling private label rights products can be a lucrative business, you must be mindful of the original creator's terms of using it. Copyright laws go into effect when content is created, so when the original creator conducts the transaction with private label rights content, you need to read and be aware of what their terms are and adhere to them. Otherwise, you may find yourself in a world of trouble. Some of the terms of private label rights include the following. PLR resale rights. Now, what is that? Sometimes the original creator will allow you to sell the private label rights package to others with PLR. This type of license can devalue a product because others may use the private label rights content as is and not even bother to modify the content in order to be unique. Most sellers will not allow the resale of the PLR as this creates competition to the original seller with others selling the same rights at a lower cost, and the seller will lose money. This license allows you, the purchaser, to change the content as you have a private label rights license. However, you cannot pass this license on to anyone else, so you may only be able to give personal resale or master resale rights to the product. Allowing the product to be packaged. Some licenses allow for the product to be packaged or resold with content that relates to it. However, some licenses do not allow for this, as again, it can devalue the product. Offering it as a bonus. Some licenses allow you to offer the PLR content as a bonus with products that you already have. However, some sellers prefer not to do this because, again, it devalues their product. Giveaway or unrestricted PLR. This term can be a contributor to devaluing the content, and most sellers choose not to allow the product to be given away. If you are able to secure an unrestricted PLR product, a good idea would be to change the content and the graphics anyway, to create something brand new and then give away for personal use to build your subscriber list. With unrestricted PLR, you have the right to do anything you want with the product. Paid membership sites. If sellers are looking to limit the quantity sold of the PLR product, their licenses will not include the right to add to paid membership sites. The belief is that it will devalue the content because most people will be too lazy or won't have the time to modify the content to make it unique. Auction sites. Selling PLR products on auction sites such as eBay.com can cause an instant devaluing of the product. There are already people who sell PLR content on auction sites for 99 cents, and the value of the content plummets because of this. Therefore, sellers usually don't allow the selling of PLR content on auction sites. Whichever license you purchase, if you use PLR as a basis to your own product, rewrite it, change the graphics, change the title, make it completely different so as not to resemble the original product, that you may be able to do whatever you want with it. In other words, if you make substantial changes to the original product, then you have control over your own license. Why private label rights products are a lucrative business. If you don't like writing, then private label rights can be a godsend. As previously stated, although the work has already been done for you, you're going to have to make some changes to make your product unique and stand out from the rest. These changes include changing the title, rewriting the content, and changing the graphics. This will give your product an extra boost and can brand yourself and your business, earning you a great deal of profit. Owning PLR content also means that you won't have to pay hundreds of dollars for a ghostwriter. The only exception would be if you're creating software or a script. If you're not a programmer, you will probably have to pay for someone to change the software or the script format for you, so you will need to outsource this. Remember that the more original you are, the better chance you have of your product selling. Nowadays, people are looking for something different, and not products that are sold by everyone and as dog. By making your product different and setting yourself apart from others, you'll get noticed, and for this reason alone, people will buy from you. Types of private label rights content. There are different types of private label rights content available for use to make a profit. When you think of content, it isn't just buying articles or reports in document or rich text file format. You can also create software and scripts with private label content and make lots of money. Articles? Well, there is no shortage of private label rights articles being sold online. You can find them in forums and on websites that cater to selling batches of them. These articles are usually written by freelancers from freelance writing groups, or sometimes the seller writes them. Articles can also be found on membership sites, which can be a plus and also a minus. Some membership sites have articles in addition to other products included within the membership. So if you don't want the whole package, you would be better finding a website where they just specialize in selling articles. Ebooks and reports. Reports and ebooks are probably two of the more popular formats for private label rights content. The reason being is because you have the advantage of creating another product from the content, or you can chop up the content into articles. Some ebooks contain 60 or so pages, so if you divide these larger ebooks into 5 or 6 parts, you will make more money selling 15-page small reports for $10 each than you would selling a larger ebook for $27. As the products you create from the PLR would be yours, you can offer whatever rights to them that you want, such as resell or master resell rights. There is plenty of opportunity to make lots of money. As with articles, there are membership sites that offer ebooks with private label rights. These monthly memberships are mostly reasonably priced, however. The only thing about some of these, though, is that you may not know what the following month's content will be until that time comes. It may turn out that it will be content that you do not like, and you will therefore have to decide whether or not you would want to spend your money every month taking a chance that you may or may not like the future month's content. Software. Software with private label rights can make you more money than selling ebooks and is therefore extremely lucrative and a great moneymaker. You can create or have someone create different software programs for you to sell. There is great demand for software in the marketplace, as there will always be people who will have a need for some type of software, whether it's word processing, spreadsheet, media creation, etc. Scripts. Scripts are a form of software that is web-based. They can be edited and modified to use however you wish. Most are very easy to use, and you can upload them to your website and use in a matter of minutes. Public domain. You will also find private label rights within the public domain. Now, this is material that was published before 1923 that has not claimed copyright status. However, not every piece of material falls under that rule, and you will have to check governmental sources in your country to make sure that the material does indeed fall into the public domain. Walt Disney used public domain content for the making of Mickey Mouse, Snow White, and Sleeping Beauty, to name just a few. Seeing the value of public domain content, updating the stories, and creating something brand new from it in the form of cartoons made Walt Disney a multi-billionaire. There are some membership sites you can join that specialize in providing public domain content, but make sure they are properly licensed to do so. The legitimate sites will usually mention information regarding an attorney being involved, so at least you know that you are getting quality content that you can modify any way you wish. Using public domain material is great if you're on a budget, and if you cannot afford to join any memberships, the Gutenberg website has plenty of material that you can use and modify to create your own product. You will, however, still have to check the content because there is some material that is not allowed to be used until a certain ways of making your private label content unique. If you purchase a private label rights package that includes all graphics and a sales letter, you can change the images to something totally different and rewrite the sales letter, thereby making the product unique to you. If you cannot design the graphics yourself, you can outsource this part. Branding your private label rights content. Now, you may want to consider branding your private label rights product if you really want to stand out from the crowd. Branding is a way of making the product your own with you as the author, and there are several ways you can do this. You could add your name to the title of your product. For example, John Doe's Strategies for Online Marketing instead of Strategies for Online Marketing. Adding a logo that represents you or your company is another idea. You can do this by using graphic software that has logos, or you could hire a graphic designer to do this for you. You could also use a specific name such as the Wealthy Business Series to brand not only you, but also your business. Other ideas and strategies. Viral marketing. Like a virus, viral marketing can be spread to other people, but in a good way. If you have a list, you can give your subscribers a free copy of a report you wrote using private label rights material. You could also offer free software as a viral marketing tool. The word free is one of the most powerful words in our vocabulary and draws people in by the hundreds. If you allow your subscribers to pass on your free products to others, this will get more people signed up to your list. Once they see the quality information and products that you have, more than likely they will want to buy from you, and you will make more money. Affiliate marketing. You can also insert affiliate links for related products within the free report. This way you have the opportunity of making some money if the person clicks on the link and purchases the product. You will, however, have to be careful not to place too many affiliate links in the report, or it's going to look like your main objective is to get their money, as opposed to giving them good sound information. This is a turn-off and can cost you potential subscribers. If you do add affiliate links to the report, make sure that you cloak them so as not to be obvious to others that you are trying to sell something. You need to get them interested in the report first and what you are saying before they pull out their credit card. Doing this the right way will give you more commissions than you ever thought you could have. Interviews. To add value and profit to your private label rights product, you could include an interview with an expert. Ask questions regarding the niche and see if the person would provide some answers in relation to your product. With the information the interviewee decides to give, it can help you enhance the value and quality of your product. You explain to your customers that you interviewed this particular person who provided more information on the subject. Then, you can take the interviewee's information and compile it with your private label rights product. This idea, in addition to you modifying the generic private label rights content, can help make your content more unique and increase profits for you. Audios. Instead of offering your subscribers a free ebook, private label rights material can also be used to create audios, just like this. As with other media, you should modify the content so you stand out, and this is just one more way to get opt-ins to your newsletter. The free audio would have lots of value because it would be an original created by you, not something passed down where everyone and his dog have given away as a free gift. The key is to be unique. When people see that your free audio has value, they will believe that everything else you offer will also have value, and they are more likely to purchase from you. Although eBay has made it a little bit harder to sell digital goods from their website, you could sell your product on a CD using the services of Kunaki.com and charge a higher price. You can also use the About Me page to your advantage by adding a link to your web page that has an opt-in form for prospective subscribers to sign up for your newsletter. Some customers will be interested in purchasing more private label rights products from you, especially if you've made significant changes to the information to make it unique. Content for newsletters. Using private label rights articles for newsletter content is ideal. You will, of course, need to modify the articles because there may be other newsletters similar to yours that are using the same articles but not changing the content. The more you modify the content, the more your subscribers will see you as an expert, which in turn can provide more profits for you. E-courses, mini courses. E-courses are lessons that contain information about the product you want to promote or something related to your newsletter. The courses are put in an autoresponder and sent out at whatever date and time you set them for. The courses should give your subscribers a little information about the niche, but just enough to keep them wanting more. In a sense, the courses should be incomplete, not providing everything they need to know. Again, this can be done with private label rights articles that you have modified. If the articles are too long, they can be chopped up so that your subscribers would only get a portion every other day or few days. It's better to spread them out so they will have time to read and digest them. You will need to pick a theme for your course, such as credit repair, and which talks about effective ways to repairing your credit rating. The title should be something that will stick out and get noticed. You will, of course, need to have an opt-in form along with a brief sales page to promote the e-course. Now, although your e-course is free, you still have to convince people that it has information they want to know about. Some people are a little wary of giving their name and email address away, so they need to know what's in it for them and how your e-course can really help them. Once you put forth an effort to initially educate your subscribers in your newsletter and build a relationship and trust with them, the more chance you're going to have of them purchasing your products or affiliate products that you are promoting. Article Pack websites. For those who do not want to pay monthly for an article membership site, an article website is the better alternative. You can offer private label rights article packs that people may purchase individually as and when they need them. Ensure that the articles you provide are of the highest quality. Small reports. Creating small reports using private label rights content are extremely profitable, easier to write, and you won't have to spend weeks writing 10 to 15 pages. You can take a pack of private label articles, modify them, adding a little bit of extra information along the way, and place together as a report, and this will create a solid profit machine if done correctly. You should select a market based on your target audience, and some of the more popular ones to choose from are online business, parenting, weight loss, money and finance, self-improvement, weddings, health-related issues, sports, cooking, and recipes. However, before you start creating the reports, you need to find out what the demand is. You don't want to waste time creating original reports that people don't want. You can do this by surveying your subscribers, and once you have found out what they want, you should study the competition. Some ideas for small report titles could be 7 ways to slim down in a matter of months, 5 ways to boost your self-esteem and eliminate the negativity, 10 tips to save on your wedding and not be broke, how to de-stress and have a content life, how to build a responsive mailing list, how to remove acne from your facial area. Small reports are also easier to sell for a couple of reasons. You can sell your report for $7 to $10 as opposed to an ebook which can cost $27. Small reports can also be digested in one sitting, whereas ebooks with a lot of pages take a lot longer to read. If you have a few reports written, you can offer your subscribers the choice of purchasing just one or a bundle of them at a lower price. This could mean more physical products. The value and profits in private label rights material is greater when you use them to create physical products. You can modify the content and use it to create CDs and DVDs and printed books. Audio. You can create audio using a microphone and Audacity, which is free audio software, or if you don't want to record it yourself, you can hire someone else to do it. Audio allows the buyer to listen to the material at their leisure, such as when doing housework or driving the kids to school. The fact that audio is mobile makes audio products very profitable. To create video products from private label rights material, you should consider using Camtasia, which is a very popular video software that you can get for free for 30 days. You will also get instructions on how to use it. Video is becoming more popular nowadays as you can sit down and watch what is going on as opposed to reading from an ebook. Some people learn better from looking at instructions from a video than they do an ebook, especially since the procedure is using shown step by step. They are actually looking at the process and can follow along instead of reading it, then taking action. They can also replay the video over and over until they get it. A good idea for this type of video would be workshops and conferences that last for several hours and contain a lot of information. You could also create videos to upload to YouTube and get traffic to your website, but these wouldn't be physical products. As mentioned before, you could sell your DVD product on eBay. There are different kinds of videos offered on an auction site, such as how to build a doghouse, how to fix a flat tire, and how to cook a turkey. This is a popular one during the holidays. Home study courses are another good idea that can be used for physical products. You can have your modified private label rights material compiled in a binder with the pages laminated, or you could have a combination of a binder and CDs or DVDs as a package set. Home study courses are very profitable, especially if you created them yourself using modified private label rights content. Master resale rights. Giving a master resale rights license with your product will get you viral, as your buyers will be able to sell the product, so will their buyers, and so on and so forth. People will get to recognize you as a product creator or author, and this will in turn grow your mailing list. The sales letter should adhere to your target market. The way to get people to buy from you is to sell them on the benefits. What will it do for me? How is this product going to help me with my problem? How is this product convenient for me? When you provide answers to those questions on your sales pages, you can have profits flowing in like water. In addition to that, you can also include a link to sign up for your list, which again can mean a larger list for you and in turn more profits. Bum marketing. Well, bum marketing was based on a concept by a man in Texas who started out with much of nothing and worked his way up making massive profits, mostly by article marketing. He felt that his strategies were so easy that he could train a bum off the street to do this, and he would be making money in no time. Hence the phrase bum marketing. This method is very easy to do, mostly based on writing articles anywhere from 300 to 500 words and submitting them to article sites. Using private label articles that you modify can make this even easier. When you are writing or rewriting the articles, make sure that you use words that people are familiar with. You will stand to get more traffic the more articles you submit, and if you keep this going for at least 6 months on a consistent basis, you could have a nice profit coming in. Plus, the more unique your articles are, the better chance you have of them getting picked up by search engines. Writing articles is one of the best ways to generate traffic and have profits coming in for years to come. This is because articles that are submitted to article directories stay there and don't get deleted. You can use this method to either get traffic to your own website or that of an affiliate product. Fire sales. A fire sale is constructed in such a way where there are 10 or more packaged products which are sold at different prices for a certain amount of time. For several days, the price may start, let's say, at $47. Then after the deadline for that period is passed, the fire sale price increases. The increase could be anywhere from 10 to 30 or even more. Then after that period is passed, the fire sale price increases again. This process continues in a cycle for a few weeks or until all the quantities have sold out. Usually with fire sales, products are sold with rights, such as master resale, resale, or private label, because this is basically a first-come, first-served deal. It doesn't take long for the packages to sell out, and once this happens, the fire sale is over. The strategy is a great way to tremendously maximize your profit using private label rights material. Membership sites. One of the best ways to make lucrative profits with private label rights content is to create membership sites. They can be lucrative because it's considered recurring income that you get every month. By starting out with simple membership sites, you can have a recurring monthly income within 30 to 60 days. It doesn't cost very much to set up a membership site, but may take a few hours depending on how technically savvy you are. You can, however, find software that can be set up with a few clicks. By purchasing bundles of private label rights products and content from sellers and other websites and modifying it, you will have lots of content for your membership. If you also give a private label rights license to your members, assuming the license you have purchased permits this, your customers will be able to modify the content to their own specifications. You will, of course, have to keep resources available to provide the content to your membership site on an ongoing basis. There are membership sites that teach or have information on how to create private label rights products or articles. You could even base your membership site on a particular niche, such as vegetarian and organic recipes, or, losing weight. Other themes such as health, writing, and self-improvement may also be used. A great way to get ideas for niches is to visit 43things.com, which is very popular. While you're thinking about the theme, you should also think about what kind of problems people are looking to solve. You could probably base your membership site on that, depending on how much private label rights content you can get. Whichever theme you base your membership site on, it is crucial that you provide high-quality content. Otherwise, you're going to find that your members will drop like flies. If you have problems finding quality private label rights content, you may have to hire writers to create the content for you. You will also need to set aside a portion of your funds in order to keep purchasing quality material. People don't mind paying the monthly membership fee every month, so long as you provide them with quality products. Make sense? Depending on the setup and the amount of content you provide each month, you can change whatever monthly fee you feel is sufficient to create lucrative recurring income each and every month. Types of content for memberships. Whichever theme or niche you base your membership site on, it's a good idea to include small reports because not everyone likes to spend time reading or listening to a lot of ebooks. As stated previously, audios and videos are extremely popular, and you could have these types of products on site for members to listen to, watch, and or download. Making available these products on CD or DVD for an extra fee through Kanaki.com as a tangible product would help to bring a little bit more profit to you. Articles written by you for members to read within the membership is another good idea, and having a forum where members can chat, put forth their own ideas and strategies would make your membership more unique. Just remember this formula. Content that's unique plus profitable equals lots of money. Your original content can make plenty of money for you, whether it's in a membership site, ebook, small report, or video. Additional tips and conclusion. When you're writing or modifying your private label content, write it from the angle of the person who you're going to be selling it to. They are the ones that will be reading the information, and if it's for their benefit, then by all means gear it towards them. It defeats the purpose if you're not focusing on the needs of your customer. You are there to cater to them. Private label rights material is the best type of content that you can purchase on the internet. You can create something new with it without having to spend time researching and brand it as your own. Although it may take a little work, time, and patience, by utilizing PLR content, you can reap in the profits over and over again.